Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. Today, we've got Mohammed Sbai and Iman Betahar from Morocco. We're talking to them live from Morocco right now at the Mayor Clinic, where they're doing neurological rehab. It's amazing work that they're doing. It's exciting to talk to them, so stick around. You don't want to miss this episode.
Welcome to the Your Mark on the World show with your champion of social good, Devin D. Thorpe.
This episode is made possible via the support of our sponsors, including Johnson & Johnson's Caring Crowd. Mo, Iman, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, Devin.
We're thrilled to have you and appreciate you taking the time. I know it must be late in the day there as we're recording this, but I appreciate you making the sacrifice, staying up late to talk to us. So, Mo, you founded the Mayor Clinic about 5 years ago. You live most of the time in Salt Lake City, but you're from Morocco, and you created this clinic as kind of an homage to your brother. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's correct. My older brother, who passed away in 2007, suffered a severe traumatic brain injury 7 years before that. And as a family, we went through the process of helping him recover from his traumatic brain injury after he got out of the coma, because he was in a coma for several months. And that's when I discovered that in Morocco, unfortunately, they don't have this kind of medical care. And I also discovered that the quality of medical care of this kind, even in Europe, it's not as proactive and as result-based and proficient as the one we have in the US.
Interesting. And Iman, tell us about your perspective on seeing how the clinic has impacted life there in Morocco.
Well, before the clinic opened, a lot of mothers and patients didn't have somewhere where to go to get treatment. We mostly see CPs, and medical care in Morocco is very poor, as Mo said. So before the clinic opened, these people didn't have where to go. And after that, we changed their life, and we helped make their life better by giving them the appropriate treatment they need.
Well, it's incredibly important work. Mo, tell us a little bit about how this whole operation has been financed. It seems like this is perhaps an interesting example of East-West collaboration, but tell us a little bit about the sources of all the money to make this happen.
Well, in the beginning, when I thought about starting this project, as you know, I am most of my life I spent in academia, and I have no experience in running an operation like this, specifically nonprofit. So when I founded the nonprofit phase in Salt Lake City in 2009, I start with from zero, and I kept on going and learning as I progress. So the first help that I got, obviously, is from the university, because I'm part of it, but it was not financial. It was mostly technical and, academic and stuff like that. And then we start getting the first financial support from Rotary, that you know very well. So the Salt Lake Rotary, which I joined in 2013, was the first who came forward and gave us a small amount of money that we invested very carefully into used medical equipment. That gave us the first bunch of equipment to be used here. And then to cover operation costs, we approached, again, another local institution in Utah. It's the Soros and Legacy Foundation. And then they help us with the covering the expenses and paying the staff and buying more equipment and stuff like that.
Well, that's great. Now, are you Do you charge the patients, Iman, to see the professional there?
Yes, we do. In the beginning, we started with no one was paying, and then we grew into getting payment from people, especially the one who can afford it and the one with insurance.
Right, right. And tell me a little bit about the staff, Iman. Tell us about, are they medical doctors, chiropractors, physical therapists? What are the team members' skills and training?
We're originally physical therapists. We got training here in Morocco, but thanks to Rotary, we've been able to go to the United States and get training there due to VTT's team training. And we got a bunch of teams, up 15 teams so far, coming all the way from different states in the United States to Morocco to give us training. They were medical doctors, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and physical therapists who helped us with our patients in here.
That's great. It's exciting to see the progress that you're making. Iman, how many patients do you see in a typical day?
We see between 20 to 30 patients a day.
That's great. And Mo, tell us a little bit about the size of the operation. Tell us about the facility, the staff, and your plans to grow.
So right now, since we opened in September 1st, 2015, we are still occupying the same space, which is about 2,700 square feet. And we employed as many as 9 therapists at some point. And the maximum capacity that this facility can have is approximately 50 patients per day. And right now, because of the people who are in the waiting list, and because we would like to expand our operations, hire more people so we can treat more patients, we are looking at the possibility of occupying a building that is 3 to 5 times bigger than what we have now.
Wow.
And the hope is to be able to hire between 15 to 20 therapists and treat minimum 125 patients a day.
Wow. That's exciting. Is it the case that the Mayor Clinic continues to be the only treatment facility of its type in Morocco?
We are starting to see some other facilities interested in this medical care, but I am biased, obviously, but I can tell you this is probably the best.
Yeah.
Because we have, as an easy argument for that statement, I would say we're pretty certain that we have at least 3-4 techniques or piece of equipment that nobody has, not only in Morocco, but in the whole African continent.
Wow.
So we're bringing some of the cutting edge approach and techniques that we see in the United States.
Iman, what are some of the conditions, injuries, diseases that bring people to the clinic for treatment?
We see on a daily basis a lot of cerebral palsies, strokes, traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, and all of different neurological conditions.
The medical care system here is not very adequate. So we see a lot of people, we call them idiopathic neuropathy. Idiopathic in medicine is basically when you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So, and we have a lot of those. Some of them are hereditary, meaning they have genetic defect. Some of them we just don't know because they don't have any medical record.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I think of some of those conditions as being degenerative. Are you seeing people with, say, Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis? Are you seeing them make progress?
Yes, we definitely do. in their daily life activities, in their mobility, in transfers, in a lot of neurological aspects. We see them doing great progress.
That's great. It's amazing the difference you can make in someone's life. So, Mo, as you reflect on your life and career, and you've had a remarkable life and career, what are you most proud of having accomplished?
This is certainly one of them. Thanks to this lady and the other people who helped develop this project. I have other things that I'm very proud of, but this certainly is one of them, right there on the top.
That's great. Iman, as you think back on your career, what's the most important lesson you've learned?
Stay humble and do good as long as we're living.
That's great. That's great. Now, Mo, what is your superpower?
My superpower is never give up and never accommodate the no-sayer, the no-sayers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great power. Iman, what about you? What's your superpower?
I would say compassion, probably.
That's great. Now, Mo, we sure appreciate you taking the time to be with us. And I know it's getting late there in Morocco, but before you go, would you take just a minute and tell people how they can learn more about the Mayor Clinic and how they can connect with you personally?
Yes, so there is my, as you mentioned, I'm mostly living in the US, but I come to Morocco to help with this project and some other stuff. But my phone number in the US is 801-808-4563. Iman's phone number here in Morocco is the clinic number. That's the best one, which is plus 212-524-43-0205. And they can also access our little and humble website of the clinic, which is www.mair-rehab.com. So I'll spell it MAIR-REHAB.com.
Excellent. Well, Mo, thank you. And Iman, thank you so much for being with us today. We wish you every success in helping more people in Morocco recover from their traumatic brain injuries and other conditions that leave them struggling.
Thanks, Devin. We appreciate you very much.
All righty. Let's do some good.
At Caring Crowd, we believe everyone has the power to make a difference. Through our crowdfunding platform for community health, we empower passionate people to drive real change. Whether you work for a nonprofit organization, volunteer, or want to get involved for the first time, you can post a campaign on Caring Crowd. Join us, because caring is where change begins.
Thank you for listening. Devin Thorpe's mission is to end extreme poverty, improve global health, and mitigate climate change before 2045 by finding and sharing the stories of those who are doing the most good. You can join with other listeners to accelerate Devin's mission by visiting helpdevin.org right now.